So hello everybody, welcome to today's video. Today my friends, I'm very happy to be here because I'm doing another guide about an aspect of this wonderful game called Path of Exile. This time we are going to talk about the Vaal Orb and all we can do with it. That means corrupting, and it's a very valuable currency if you know how to do it. And science people say I am the Vaal King because yeah, I already did some nice things with it. I managed, or I took the decision to do this video. So we are gonna talk about three aspects of corrupting. We are gonna start with the maps. Okay, what will happen if you corrupt the map. Then we will talk about what will happen if you corrupt a gem. And lately, and the most important and the biggest part about this currency, it's gonna be about the items. That means when we corrupt the item, what can happen and what can't. So let's not wait too much and let's go for the video, my friends. So what can happen when you corrupt a map? Actually, there are four outcomes. The first one, and that's the most easiest one, is the map is just gonna be corrupted. Nothing is gonna change and you will have to run this map as it is. You can't really change it with anything that is known to me. The second one is when you corrupt it, it's gonna become unidentified. That means you don't know which mods are on this map, so you will only know it when you put it into your map device and run it. The third one is that if you corrupt the map, the mods are gonna change. Okay, you will have a totally new mods that weren't on this map. And the fourth, and that's the last one, is, for example, let's say I corrupt this beach map, tier 14. I have a chance to get any other tier 15 map that is gonna be corrupted. So those are the four things that can happen with the map, and let's go for the next one. So what can happen if you corrupt a gem? Actually, there are 3 or 4 outcomes again. That means or you win or lose a level on the actual gem. For example, this level 1 can become by corrupting a level 2 corrupted cast 1 damage taken. Or you lose 10% quality on the gem, or gain up to 10% quality on the gem, and it's gonna be corrupted. The third one is you corrupt it and it's gonna just be corrupted and you can't do anything else than leveling it. Even though you corrupt something, you can still level it. It's very important. And the fourth is like if you wall a gem, it's gonna become the walled version of a gem. That means there are some gems that have a walled, like for example the molten shell. You have the molten shell, the normal gem, and if you corrupt it, you have a chance to get the Vaal molten shell version of it. So that's pretty much what can happen. Let's just show you what it looks like. So you right click on your Vaal Orb and then you left click on your gem. For example, you see I gained 7%, that's what I said, up to 10%. Here nothing, there again to 2%, nothing and nothing. So that's what it is with the gems. And now let's go for the items. That's the biggest part of the video. So, and now let's talk about corrupting items. That's actually the biggest part of this video and also the most important, I would say. What can happen if you corrupt the item? Let's pretend we corrupt these mesh gloves. The first option is that it's gonna be corrupted and nothing happens. But what is very special about the items actually is that even though you corrupt something or an item is corrupted, you can still change the socket colors and also the sockets, the colors and the numbers of it. Okay, for example, let's pretend this pair of boots, it's corrupted as you can see, but if we go to the crafting bench and we put it over there, you see we can still like if I would needed to have 2 sockets or 3 sockets, you see I could do it, okay, or have at least 1 green socket, so I can still change the numbers of the sockets and the colors, but I will have to pay the normal price like on other categories, or like on other items, but I will have to pay the same amount again on Vaal Orb, so it's more costly. So I would just recommend to do it on a good basis or good items. So then the second thing that can actually happen if you corrupt this pair of gloves, it's gonna be that the mods that are on them are gonna change completely, the numbers as well as the mods. That could happen, and it's gonna be corrupted, okay. And what could happen too, that's the third thing, is that one of those sockets or 2 could become white. Okay, that's very important to know, because it can be worth something if you do it on the 6 linked, for example this one, so that people can really use it for many builds, since you don't care pretty much about the colors of the sockets. But why do people corrupt stuff? Okay, and why do they do that? And me too. It's because of the implicits on them, okay. What are implicits? It's actually like, for example, this gold amulet, you see you have your mods, and at the top you see the 20% increased rarity of items found. If you click on Alt, you see it's written there, it's an implicit modifier. For example, this pair of gloves doesn't have one, but you can add an implicit to any item that goes from jewel to any item, for example, that you equip yourself. You can pretty much corrupt it and get an implicit on it. And to know which implicit you can get on an item, it's very easy. You have a site that I'm just gonna post it into the video description. For example, let's say this pair of gloves, we check it. Okay, it is a pair of gloves that is only strength and int based. Okay, you see it requires level 58 with 26 strength and 26 intelligence. So what could we get by corrupting it? That means which implicit. We go to gloves and strength and int. Okay, you click on it, you wait, and then you go down on the site. Under the category of Vaal Orbs, you see all of the outcomes that can come out of it. Okay, as you can see, there are pretty much nice things that that can come as an implicit. For example, increased attack speed. If you left click, you see even from which range to which you can have like the value of the increased attack speed. Okay, and that's pretty much the main reason why I Vaal Orb stuff, because there are some implicits that are like really a boost to your item and also to your build or your character. So I think that's pretty much it what I could say about the Vaal Orbs. Also, if you, for example, you corrupt a unique jewel, it can like transform into any other gem of the same base. Okay, for example, that's very important to know. If we go to the jewels, the first node, let's say the cobalt jewel, I have corrupted everything. I corrupt every unique jewel, but if you corrupt it, you can get an implicit, or it's gonna be transformed into any other cobalt jewel. Okay, that's very important to know if you really want to also like start to corrupt it. I have to admit, I'm very hooked about it, and I really have to do it all the time since I have started. So that's pretty much it what you can do with the corruption, with the Vaal Orb, sorry, and by corrupting stuff. So I hope the video was very useful. I hope you will like, you will comment if there is something missing. And yeah, don't forget I stream on Twitch if you want to join me and say hello sometimes. And for the rest, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day, nice night, and see us on the next video or on the next stream. Bye bye, my friends. Love ya.